Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a new year. Welcome back to a new video. I would say a new era, but it's not. The videos are gonna be the same. But it is currently 2026. Happy New Year. Oh my goodness, so crazy. 2025 is finally over and I could not be happier. I could not be happier. 2025, I think for a lot of people, honestly, was very difficult, to say the least. Very difficult, and I was one of those people who had a difficult time, but I ended 2025 very nicely with a nice group of people. And so the ending of 2025 was definitely good. It's just that the whole year was definitely very difficult, so I'm glad now we have like a fresh start, new year, new beginnings, right? And one of my main goals this year is to just continue, or just to try and bring back my consistency and productivity on this channel, because 2024 I was very consistent, and then I was consistent up until like, I want to say like May of 2025, and then it kind of just stopped. And so I want to get back to being very consistent and getting things out for you guys, and so that's what I'm hoping to do this year. And so that's how I'm gonna start. And obviously we have to start with, ideally I should start with my November TBR and then my end of the year wrap up, but we're gonna start with my January TBR because it's an easy video to film, and I feel like we should just start easy because I'm back to being a newbie at this. Okay, so we're just gonna start easy with a January TBR. And I did start the year off by refilling my TBR jar with new prompts. There's more prompts in here. It doesn't look like that much, but it's actually like a lot, like at least 80 prompts in here. So I am going to choose my TBR that way. Is it creative? No, but it's something, and I'm gonna give myself credit for it. Okay, I did this, and so I'm doing it. So I think I'm still not reading as much, and I think I just kind of have to be okay with the fact that I'm not reading as much anymore, just because I am a working woman. I work a lot, and it just leaves less time for me to actually read nowadays. So I think I'm only going to choose 5, and that is the most that we're gonna get, because sometimes I can read 5 books a month, and then sometimes I read 2 books a month. It's really just like how busy I am, and so I think 5 is a good number. I'm not gonna go for 5, even though I may really want to. I'm not going to. I'm gonna stick with 5, and then that is going to be it. Just 5. Okay. Not new and improved. It's the same TBR jar, but new prompts, which is always okay. Some fell out. It's okay. That's fine. We just won't choose those ones. We'll choose this one, which I think is a new one. I did leave some of the old ones in because I hadn't used them and they still applied to the books that I had on my shelf, but a lot of them are new ones, and I wrote them so you guys are gonna see my sometimes good, sometimes atrocious handwriting. This fun. Oh, can y'all see? A book with a great first sentence. So for this, I'm gonna kind of choose books that I want to read, and then we're gonna go by the first sentences of those. So I'm gonna give myself 3 books to choose from, and then we are going to choose from those. Okay, so I have chosen 5 books to read the first sentence of. I know I said only 3, but then I kept seeing more books. I'm like, I kind of want to read that. So we have 5 books to choose from. Let me show you and read you the first sentences. If y'all don't want spoilers, not that a first sentence is a spoiler, but if y'all don't want anything, skip this part, okay? So the first book that I chose as a possibility is Hidden Pictures by Jason Recolleck. I think that's how you pronounce it. I got this book for Christmas from my brother, and I'm so excited to read this book. I'm honestly surprised that he chose this book because I had never like talked about it before, and also like, I don't know, I was just surprised, but I've also wanted this book for so long, so I just thought that it was funny that he got this for me. But the first sentence of this book is, A few years back, I was running out of money, so I volunteered for a research study at the University of Pennsylvania. Okay, so that's kind of boring. I know the book is not boring, but that first sentence, it doesn't intrigue me in any way, you know? It's kind of just like, okay, Pennsylvania, cool, I guess. The next book I chose is The Maidens by Alex McLadies. This is the last book I have of his to read. And I'm kind of scared. I can't lie, because I just want him to write more books. Okay, so the first sentence is in the prologue, and it says, Edward Fosca was a murderer. First of all, who's Edward? Oh. Well, that is one way to get someone, is calling someone a murderer straight from the beginning. I mean, so this is definitely a contender. My neighbors are really loud, so if you can hear them up there dropping things, rolling things, running, I literally can't do anything about it. The next book is Travis by Mia Sheridan. This is, I feel like it kind of, well, it definitely connects with Archer's voice. So I really wanted to read it, and I feel like this is his redemption arc, and it needs quite a redemption arc in my eyes. So first chapter, it's kind of short, I'm not gonna lie. The first sentence says, Mommy, what's wrong? Well, it's like in quotations. Should I just keep singing? I approached slowly, my heart drumming as I watched my mommy's back shake. What's going on? Why is his mom's back shaking? Is she hurt? Okay, that's a good one too. It's in the viewpoint of a child, and I always find that very interesting. Like, if it's a viewpoint of a child, I'm always like, We then have Carving Shadows into Gold by Bridget Kemmerer, which is the second book, and I don't know what the series is called, but Forging Silver into Stars was the first one. It's like queer romantasy. It was so good, guys. It was so good. And this is the second book, so I'm really excited. This feels like the floppiness is giving like a UK book. You know how their books are not floppy at all? That's what this is giving. Alright, it says, I should start keeping a list of all the ways fate hates me. Wait, that's kind of good too. Wow, I feel like there's only one that I didn't like. And the last one is one that I'm also really excited to read. So I'm kind of hoping that it really has a good chapter or a good first sentence. Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. I read Butcher and Blackbird last year, and it was so good. I wasn't expecting it to be so good, but it was, and I really liked it, and the ending made me really want to read the second book. So we have the second book. The first chapter. Oh, there's a playlist. Let's look at the playlist. Do I know any of these songs? Bite by Troye Sivan, I know that. Tunnel Vision by Melanie Martinez. Slow Dancing in the Dark by Joji. Oh, wait a second, that's so good. Do I know any more? One of Your Girls by Troye Sivan. Oh, I see what's happening here. Everybody's Watching Me by The Neighborhood. Too Deep by Kehlani. Wait a second. Talk Me Down by Troye Sivan. There's so much Troye Sivan on here. Close by Trove Low and Nick Jonas. Make You Mine, Madison Beer. Okay. Triggered by Chase Atlantic. If y'all don't know Chase Atlantic, I love Chase Atlantic. Love Chase Atlantic so much. My by Troye Sivan. There's so much Troye Sivan. Afterlife by Haley Steinfeld. Love You Like That by Love. Wait, that's such. Wait, why'd I close it? That's a good playlist. Okay. The first sentence is in the prologue. It says, "This is called the consequences of your actions, sweetie. I say as I unravel the fuse to the fireworks strapped between Andrew's thighs." Oh my. Oh my. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, I feel like this one has to win. Okay, because all three of these were good. They were good, okay? But what do you mean there's fireworks trapped between a man's thighs? Whose point of view was that in? Whose point of view was that in? Wait a second. Lark. Yeah, I think this is the one. I think Leather and Lark is the one. Because, okay, this one was like, he's a murderer. How is he a murderer? Makes me think. But it wasn't, and I was like, oh. But this one, like, full stop, like, made me be like, whoa, okay. And then this one, I was just confused. I was like, I want to know why his mom is like, is she hurt? And then this one, he said something about fate hating him. And I'm like, why does fate hate you? But also, like, based on how the book ended, I know why fate hates him. And so I'm kind of just like, this is the one. This is the one. Ooh. This is the one that gave me a reaction in every aspect. So this is the one we're going to choose for our first book, Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. I'm not going to read you the synopsis because I feel like low-key it could be spoilers. And also because it's interconnected standalones. So I'm just dropping all of them. I don't know if it's going to be any spoilers. So I'm not gonna tell y'all anything. I'm really excited about this though. This is on my 26 for 26. In case you didn't know. Well, you don't know because that video hasn't gone up yet. But now you know that this is on there. Next prompt. I kind of want to do this one right here. This is a new one. I can tell by the feel of the paper. It feels smoother. If that makes sense. This is a long one too. Are y'all even gonna be able to see that? I don't know. I'll just read it. It says, oh goodness. Scroll on Instagram until you see a book you haven't read. That I own, clearly. I didn't have enough space to write that I own. So let's go on Instagram. I'm gonna go on my book Instagram and not, cause my regular Instagram is just a lot of K-pop. So I don't know if that's really gonna be much help. So we're gonna go on my book Instagram and see what it gives me. Should I scroll on like regular Instagram? Oh my goodness, why is it so bright? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm low-key blinding you. I'm sorry. Let me turn my brightness down. Holy, I'm just blinded, y'all. My bad. Okay, can y'all see? Oh, yeah, you really can, but it's okay. Guys, it's really not showing me anything. I want like a picture. And these ain't showing me pictures. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, no, I don't own that. It was In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams, which I don't own. Y'all also can't see that. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Beg, Borrow, and Steal was on there. I don't think y'all saw that. Wait, let me go back up. Beg, Borrow, and Steal. I'm gonna keep looking in case there's other ones I want to read. Oh, One Golden Summer. One Golden Summer could be it, y'all. People watching. Okay. I have some options. Do I go with what it said? It says, does it say, until you see a book you haven't read? If I'm being technical, the first book I saw was Beg, Borrow, and Steal. and I haven't read that. But I also saw One Golden Summer and People Watching. But I saw Beg, Borrow, and Steal first, so I'm gonna go with Beg, Borrow, and Steal, I guess. Let me go get it. I feel like my reaction right there made it seem like this is a book that I don't want to read, and that's not the case. I do want to read this book. I just feel like out of all of the characters in like this world, I feel like I'm least excited about this one. But I have started this book, fun fact. I don't remember how far I got, because I don't think it was very far. Maybe like 2 or 3 chapters in. But and I was liking it so far. I'm just like, I don't understand how they could be. Let me read you the back. It says, Emily Walker hates having her carefully crafted world disrupted by anyone, most of all her legendary nemesis, Jack Bennett. He's the opposite of the wonderful hero she dreams up in her double life as a romance writer, which is why Emily was perfectly happy when Jack left Rome mid-school year with his fiancée. The last thing Emily saw coming was Jack's return at the start of the summer after calling off the wedding and ending his relationship, but he's there to stay. As her colleague and her neighbor, Jack is glad to be back, eager to renovate his house and work on the next mystery novel under his best-selling pen name. But when he realizes he's now neighbors with the one woman who has always pushed his buttons, he discovers something he's even more excited about, thwarting Emily and her petty plans to sabotage his return. With their chemistry-fueled animosity at an all-time high, Emily accidentally sends an email to their school's principal that could reveal her secret literary side hustle. She needs to steal back her manuscript, and Jack she hates to admit is just the man to help her. Surprisingly, he agrees. Will their unlikely alliance put an end to their rivalry, or could it lead to a steamy plot twist they never saw coming? Here's my reservations with this. I just feel like I don't understand. I already don't really understand the term enemies to lovers when it comes to like romance. And then this is only because I've read fantasy where there's like really enemies to lovers and they're literally trying to kill each other. So when I hear enemies to lovers here, I'm just kind of like, okay. Also, I'm just very confused about the fact that she can't have... Why does her writing career have to be a secret? I don't know. Maybe I just need to read to find out. But those are my reservations, and so I'm kind of just like... I feel in my head it's giving me like it's gonna be boring to me, and I'm not gonna be so like enthralled by it like I was by Practice Makes Perfect, which was a 5-star to me. I feel like after reading that and then reading this is just not gonna like grab my attention as much as that. But maybe I should just read it and find out for myself, right? Instead of making assumptions that have literally no base to them. So, second book of the TBR. All romance. Is January gonna be a month of the love? Maybe. We'll see. Oh, my hand. My hand was getting stuck. Okay, we're gonna choose this one, which seems like another long one. Why are they all so long? I don't remember them being this long when I first wrote them. Is it backwards? I don't know. Y'all can't really see that, but let me read it for you. The next book in a series you haven't finished. Okay, so I could do myself a favor and read like a book in a series that's like the last book in a series, or I could just read what I actually want to read, which I think I'm going to do that, and it's going to be a fantasy book that I'm so excited about. I'm so excited for it. Wait, am I going to pick that? Actually, let me go look before I make my final decision. Alrighty. Y'all saw the book. It's Infinity Reaper by Adam Silvera. This is the second book in the Infinity Cycle series. The first book, Infinity Sun, I think I gave it 5 stars. Have I given his... No, that's a lie. I did not give History Is All You Left Me I didn't give it a 5-star. But his other books have all been a 5-star for me, so I'm really excited to read this. And I read Infinity Sun so quickly. I read that so fast, and so I'm so ready to read this. It's long. The font is kind of, well, no, it's actually not that big, but the margins are. So I am excited. It has how many pages? A lot of pages. The chapters are so short though, which I really appreciate when it comes to Adam Silvera. It has 523 pages and a whopping 79 chapters. So, I mean, the chapters are small. Like, there was literally, guys, look at this. It's signed. I'm sorry, I'm dramatic. It's literally signed though. Like, I love Adam Silvera and I have a signed book by him. Anyway, this is the book that is on the TBR and I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited. Can you tell? Can you tell? Anyways, I'm not going to read you the back of that because that is actually part of a series. It's not interconnected. It's literally just connected. So I'm not going to be spoiling anything for anyone. That was the third book. We're into our fourth book. I feel like this is going really well. I'm actually quite happy with the choices that I've pulled so far. This one, it's another long one. I don't understand. They were not this long when I was doing them, but I don't know. I know it's something, I saw the word bought. It says, a book you bought somewhere other than Amazon. Okay, so I have some books from Target. I have some books from Barnes & Noble. I have some books from Walmart. And I have some books from Half Price Books that could be possibilities for this one. I just really have to remember. Because I'm not going to lie, most of my books are from Amazon. And it has to be a book that I bought. Me. Oh, and I have Book of the Month books that I can choose from. So let's go look. Alright guys, we're adding another genre to our TBR, and that is thriller, mystery, whatever it is. That's Not My Name by Megan Lowley. I don't think I've heard a bad thing about this book. And that's really rare when it comes to like thrillers, because I feel like people have such different reactions to thriller books. In this one, I don't think I've heard one bad thing about it, and I'm pretty sure this is a young adult. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is a young adult, but I'm just so excited. This book I got from Walmart, by the way. If anyone was wondering, it's not from Amazon. Like the prom said, it's from Walmart. And this one, I don't know. I just have really wanted to read it, and I think it has like 3 points of views. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let me read you the back. It says, it was a mistake to trust him. Alright. Shivering and bruised, a teen wakes up on the side of a dirt road with no memory of how she got there or who she is. The police don't know where she came from until a frantic man arrives at the station. He's been searching for her for hours. He has her school ID, her birth certificate, and even family photos. He is her father. Her name is Mary, or so he says. When Lola slammed the car door and stormed off into the night, Drew thought they just needed some time to cool off, except Lola disappeared. Now his friends, the sheriff, and the whole town are convinced Drew murdered his girlfriend. Forget proving his innocence, he needs to find her. The longer Lola is missing, the fewer leads there are to follow, and the more danger they both are in. Okay. I'm still very excited, but if you can tell by my reaction, I think I know what's going on here. And that kind of upsets me because I feel like I just figured it out just by reading the synopsis. It's fine. I'm gonna read it, and there's gonna be a plot twist that like completely throws me off, okay? Okay, that's the fourth book. We're gonna choose one more. So far, I'm really happy with this TBR. I'm really happy. Hopefully this next one isn't a long one. It's like a really short one. Okay. Give me this one. This one seems very small. Y'all see that? Y'all see what that says? A book in a series, huh? I guess. So, here's the thing. I really want to read what's the word? Literary fiction. But I don't really have any literary fictions that are in a series. So what am I to do? I guess choose a book that's not literary fiction. Let's go. Okay, I managed to find, I don't know if this is, I think it's like, this one's a modern classic. The first book in the series is not a modern classic. I think that's just like a classic. And I don't know what this is considered, but I'm just gonna call it fiction. Yes, and it is The Testament by Margaret Atwood. I loved The Handmaid's Tale, which was so surprising to me. It was a classic. I read it for a video and I was not expecting to like it as much as I liked it, and I gave that book a 5-star, and so I immediately got The Testament. And this came out like years, decades after the first one. This one came out in 2019. So like I said, decades after the first book. So I am like so very excited to read this book. I don't know, like I don't know what it's gonna be about, because well, I think it's obviously about what the first book was about, but this takes place so many years later. It says the Republic of Gilead maintains its repressive grip on power, but it's beginning to rot from within. At this crucial moment, two young women with radically different experiences of the regime will come face to face with the legendary ruthless Aunt Lydia. If y'all know, y'all know. But how far will each go for what she believes? I'm so excited. I think this takes place like 100 years after The Handmaid's Tale, which is just like insane to me. I'm so excited. Oh, can I let me read you the first sentence of this one, because this is crazy. It says, only dead people are allowed to have statues, but I have been given one while still alive. Already I am petrified. Me too, girl. Because why do you have one? I don't know. I'm so excited. So also, now I have, my reactions today have been very big. The books don't want to say. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. I actually did forget what I was saying. I'm really excited to read that book though. And now I have 3 books that are on my 26th reading 2026, so we're already up to a better start than we were last year. By the way, last year I didn't finish my 25th reading 2025. But I don't think anyone's surprised by that. So let's do a recap of all the books that I have chosen, and then we will end this video, the first video of 2026. That's just so insane to me. Like literally 2026. Guys, I have been on this earth for 2 decades, but for almost 21 years. Insanity. Okay, so for the first book, I had to choose based on the first sentence, and I chose Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver, which is a dark romance book, and I'm so excited. I read the first book last year, absolutely devoured it, loved it. And then the second book I had to choose based on scrolling on Instagram and finding the first book that I owned that I haven't read yet, and that was Bed, Bone and Steel by Sarah Adams, which is the third book in the, I don't know what the series is called. It's just called When in Rome, in that series. And I am excited about this, just a little bit nervous, not gonna lie, but I do love Sarah Adams as a writer. And then I had to choose a book that was in a series that I hadn't finished yet, and I chose Infinity Reaper by Adam Silvera, second book in a series. So excited for this. I'm so excited for all the books on this TBR, guys. think you guys could tell. And then I had to choose a book that I didn't buy on Amazon, so it could have been anywhere else, just not Amazon. And I chose That's Not My Name by Megan Lally, which is a thriller book, thriller mystery, young adult, I think. And I got this from Walmart. Once again, so excited. I need to find different words. So excited. I can't find another word. And then the last book I had to choose based on a book in a series, and that is The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. And this isn't a series, I don't care what anyone says. I'm considering it a series because it does take place in the same world as The Handmaid's Tale, and it's the same characters. It's in a series. So those are the 5 books on my TBR. I honestly think I could really read all of these books this month because they're just books that I'm just so very excited about, and books that I've been wanting to read for a long time. And I'm just really in a great mood. I'm in a great mood. I'm in a reading mood. Like, I want to read. And so I feel like these are just great books for me to read. And I feel like the first one I'm going to read is Leather and Lark, because what do you mean? That first sentence, yeah. So I'm excited about my picks, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys continue to watch me for the rest of the year. That's a long time. But maybe you guys will stick around. And I will continue to be consistent, or at least I will try my very, very hardest to be consistent. But once again, Happy New Year, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.